So far, we have seen what is the difference between formal letter and informal letter, and what is the format which is being used in case of formal letter and informal letter. And we have also discussed in detail the various parts of formal or informal letter. Now we will see whether we have been able to understand each and every aspect of formal and informal letter, and if yes, to what extent we have been able to understand the same. Let us try to find out the same by way of certain MCQs. First, how do we generally end an application to the authority? It means when we are writing to the commissioner or to the principal, how we end the application at the last, what we write? We write yours faithfully, yours affectionately, or yours lovingly. Yours lovingly is an informal way. Yours affectionately is also used in the case of relatives or friends. So only alternative left with us is yours faithfully, which we use. So this is the correct question answer. Now, second, we should not use slang language in case of. What is the meaning of slang language? Slang language means angry language or harsh language, or it may be a language which is particular in case of a particular group, which is used in a particular group. So we should not use slang language, that is angry language, harsh language, neither in the case of formal nor in the case of informal. So our answer is both formal and informal. Answer is third. Next, normally a letter should contain how much words? 100 to 150 or 400 to 500 words. If we say 400 to 500 words, the letter will become very lengthy. If we are writing a letter to the principal or the editor of the newspaper, the same may not have enough time to go through such a lengthy letter. This these types of words are very excessive, and it is used only in the case of articles. So our answer is 100 to 150 words. So next, where should the name and address of the person or firm writing the letter mentioned in a letter of inquiry? Top left corner, top right corner, center. Center is not right because we have always talked about left or right. So whether we can use top right corner, here we are talking about letter of inquiry, that is it is formal letter. In the case of informal letter, the address of the person may be on the right hand side, but normally we are to prefer top left corner. So our answer is top left corner. Where are the details of the enclosures mentioned in the letter? This is the letter. We have written address followed by date, followed by address, followed by salutation. This is the body of the letter. This is the closing of the letter. Yours faithfully, name and address. And at the last, we will write enclosure. What documents we are attaching, enclosing with the letter. So, what is our answer? Body of the letter. Body of the letter is this. This is not. Beginning of the letter we have attached enclosed here. No, this is wrong. Where we have after signature. So, this is our correct answer. Which of the following salutation is used in business letter? Dear Khan, dear Mr. Khan, dear sir, dearest Khan. These type of words, dear Khan, dear Mr. Khan, or dearest Khan, these are used in informal letters. When we are writing a business letter, the normal salutation will be dear sir or dear madam, as the case may be. If you do not know whether the other person is male or female, we should write dear sir. Postscript. can be used normally in case of. Postscript is something which you should have included in the body of the letter, but you forgot to add the same in the letter, and it struck your the idea of writing this point struck in your mind at the last moment when you had finished writing the letter. So this postscript should be used only in the case of informal letter. If some idea has been left while writing a formal letter, we will have to we should revise the whole letter. Next, we can sign the letter using blue ink or red ink. We should use blue ink. Next, we should use contraction in letters. The other person may or may not understand what you want to say. The other person may not understand what the contraction stands for. So it is preferred not to use contraction in letters. We should use contractions? No. We should prefer not to use contractions in letters. Next, there is no particular format for writing letter to. When we are writing letter to principal, there is a format. So this is not applicable. When we are writing to editor, there is a format. When we are writing to commissioner, we have to follow subject, write subject, salutation, and the body of the letter. Wrong. There is no particular format when writing letter to a friend or relative. When we write a letter to relative, we write an informal letter for which we do not follow a particular format. We are not to write subject or address of the receiver on the front. Social letters. Social letters are those letters which are written in a casual way or in a friendly manner. So these are informal letters. Subject is written in the case of formal or informal letter. As already stated, that formal letters are written to public authorities, principal, commissioner. They may not have enough time to go through whole of your letter. They will try to understand the what the letter is about from the subject itself. So subject is very important in the case of formal letter. In the case of informal letter, we do not write subject. We may be touching various topics in our letter while we are writing to our friend. We may be talking about our birthday or our future plans about appearing in the examination or our future planning about going abroad. So we may be touching many topics in our letter in case of informal letter. So there is no subject in the case of informal letter. Tone we should adopt in case of formal letter. Request or friendly. Friendly tone is used only in the case of informal letter. We may use casual or friendly tone in the case of informal letter. Or in the case of formal letter, when we are writing to the principal or editor or commissioner or other public authorities, we have also to use the words of request. Request tone should be there. So friendly is not appropriate, it is informal letter. It is used in informal letter. Which of the following is mentioned in a letter when an order is placed? When you are placing an order to an organization for purchasing something, will you write about the age of the owner? Other side? No. Will you write about the health of the owner? No. You will mention about how you will make the payment. When the while placing the order, you will mention that after the receipt of the items, we will make the payment by check or by online payment. Which of the following statement is incorrect? A letter must be written in legible handwriting. A letter must be complete in all respects. A letter must be written in a single paragraph. We have to find out which is incorrect. Letter must be in legible handwriting. Okay. It must be complete in all respects. Okay. A letter must be written in a single paragraph. No. This is incorrect. So our answer is this. This statement is incorrect whenever we are writing a letter, whether it is formal or informal, the same may not be complete in single paragraph. When we are writing a formal letter, it is normally of three paragraphs. In the case of informal letter, it is also more than one paragraph. Suppose you are Harish, you are residing in a village. The villagers are facing acute shortage of drinking water. You are to write a letter to the editor of a local daily newspaper explaining this issue and the problems being faced by the villagers. Next question is, we have to find out the option Harish should select for this offer, for this letter. What type of letter he should write to the editor? Whether he should write formal or informal letter. Informal letter is written to friend or relative. When we are writing to editor or other public authority, we have to use formal letter. Write formal letter. Next, select the option with relevant aspects that Harish should select for this letter. How should Harish should write his letter? He should use casual language? No, he should use formal way. Whether he will write the name of the newspaper? Yes, he will have to write the name of the newspaper. Whether he will write the expected date of receipt of letter? It is not known to the writer whether when the letter will be read by the recipient or when the letter will reach him. It depends on the courier or the postal authorities. So you will not write here the expected date of letter. Next, select the option Harish should choose to describe the issue properly. Whether he should write where is the village, what is the problem, how to solve it, or he should write the issues faced by the villagers. The villagers may be facing a lot of issues. There may be electricity problem, there may be water problem, there may be problem of health problems may be faced by the many villagers. But here we are talking about the problem of drinking water. So we are not to discuss the various issues. We are to concentrate only on shortage of drinking water. Next, whether we are to discuss about the importance of water, we are not to write an article on importance of water. We are to write about the shortage of drinking water. We are not to write political importance of the village. This is also wrong. So this is the correct answer. Where is the village? What is the problem being faced by the village? And what steps can be taken to solve the same? Next, select the appropriate line that Harish should use to conclude the letter. How he will conclude the letter. I hope that my letter will improve the circulation of the daily newspaper. It does not depend upon the writing of the letter of someone. Circulation of the newspaper depends on many things: content of the newspaper, its marketing strategies, and many other things. Result in the positive reviews by the readers. Readers do not give reviews on this type of, if will they give, it will, Harish will not mention the same whether it will attract reviews or not. Lead to action against erring officials of the water department. Here the Harish wants to solve the problem of shortage of water. He does not, his main aim is not to that the erring officials should face action. So this is also wrong. He only wants that helps spread awareness about the issue and draw the attention of the public authorities. He wants that the attention of the higher authorities is drawn towards the shortage of water being faced by his village, and there is awareness about the same, and necessary steps are taken by the higher authorities. So our answer is fourth. Select the appropriate option he should use to write the letter to the editor. Whether he should use authoritative language and explanatory? No. He should use explanatory and request tone? Yes. He should explain what are the problems which are being faced by the villagers, and he should adopt request tone. If we do not know the recipient's name, how would we address the person and close the letter? We do not know the name of the recipient. hello yours lovingly is used only in the case of our friend and relative. We know his name, so this is not applicable. Dear Mr. or Mrs. it has to be followed by name. If we do not know his name, then this is also not applicable. Normally, we in such a case we will use dear sir or dear madam, and at the closing we will write yours faithfully. Thanks for watching. If you like our course, please spare some time to give a star rating to our course.